Hello friends and welcome to a brand new series. My name is Rockley Smile and today we're going to be starting up a playthrough of something called Soma. This is a first-person horror game with a bit of a sci-fi bent to it from the developers of the Amnesia series, Frictional Games. And I know very little about this game actually. Although it is highly anticipated, I've kind of kept myself away from spoilers for the most part. I'm sort of picking up on a theme of like a ponderance of what is humanity and what is it to be alive and all of that sort of thing, but I'm not sure exactly how that's going to manifest in the game. So I'm rather excited to get into this one. I hope you are as well. And if you're not familiar with me as a horror Let's Player, be aware I'm not the type that goes out of my way to freak people out and scream into the mic or any of that business. I'm more a critique-oriented Let's Player, so if you're looking for someone who will delve into some of the details and talk about the graphic design of things and, the architecture of things while still, getting into the game as well, maybe I'm the right person for you to watch this game with. Anyway, that being said, why don't we jump right into things and begin. I have played just the first 5 minutes or so I could get sound levels and walk around a little bit, test the FPS and make sure my settings were right. So I have seen the very first scene, but that is all. Anyway, let's hit new game.
Are you okay, Simon? I think you're bleeding.
Oh, that's nothing. It's just my brain can't stop bleeding from the accident.
Here, take this.
No, that's for later, for the scan.
It's green.
Ashley, I need to tell you something.
Simon, please don't make this weird.
No, it's not like that. Why now?
Who's David Munchie?
Why is there never enough time?
For what?
Christ.
Alright, so it appears that we've scared ourselves awake, and we're going to be picking up this phone now.
I'm up.
Hi, Simon Jarrett.
Yeah, that's me.
My name is David Munchie. We spoke earlier.
The brain scan. I remember.
Are you all right?
Yeah, just a bad dream. Are we still on for today?
Yeah, that's why I'm calling. I wanted to remind you to drink the tracer fluid I sent you. It'll help me capture a better image of the damages.
Don't worry, I got it somewhere.
Okay, great. Well, I'll see you in a couple of hours then.
Okay, see you soon.
Alright, no better way to establish a bit of confidence with your doctor than to say, I've got it somewhere when it comes to this important fluid that's going to then allow them to do a test on your brain. Anyway, so we just had a bit of a scary dream there. He was talking to someone in the car who was worried about it getting weird, and our character said that it's not like that, and then there's not enough time. Then it sounded like things got weird, and, well, not exactly the way he intended, and then there was a car accident, it sounded like, and then we woke up. So I have a feeling that might be a very telling detail in our character's life. But, anyway, we are now awake, and we've got to find the tracer fluid. So why don't we explore our apartment a little bit, test the boundaries of the physics system that we've been given, and see what we can find, as well as, of course, pick up on a few little personal details about our character, because that's kind of how these things tend to go. Right, when you start up a horror game, a lot of the time it's about setting the mood.
Hope it's a good one.
And about telling us that summer is coming. Yes, it actually looks a lot like, I don't know, Russian apartment buildings to me for some reason. Maybe I've played enough Stalker games or something. That's what jumps to mind. Alright, so we've got a pretty smallish apartment. It looks like it's just sort of like an L shape here. Pretty downtrodden looking bed. We've got some food strewn about over here, some unwashed dishes. Looks like a bunch of garbage in the garbage pail that hasn't been taken care of in a while. And I'm getting the impression that our character, for the most part, is not in the best of health. I believe there are some supporting facts. Also, we've got a message here.
Simon, it's Jesse. You working this weekend or what? I knew there was something you were doing. Was it this weekend or next? Anywho, just shoot me a mail or something. Love you, miss you, mean it.
End of messages.
I swear, that guy has the memory of a goldfish.
I even sent an email to remind him, didn't I?
Alright, so over here, we're going to talk about that email real quick. So there's a very small little mailbox here that we can look through. From David Munshi, that's the neurologist we were talking to on the phone a second ago. Thank you for participating in our research. The scan will be performed at Pace Laboratories in Toronto. So we're in Canada. Keeping that in mind, I suppose. But since we are guests, our access is a bit unpredictable. I will try to schedule a scan session for Saturday. I'll get back to you when confirmed. Sincerely, David Munshi. So we've gotten that sorted out. New prescription from Aaron Peak. Dear Mr. Jarrett. Alright, so there's our name, Mr. Jarrett. Happy to hear your headaches have become less frequent. Your latest tests show your brain is slowly recovering, but it's still too early to tell how well it will adjust the damage. The bleeding will continue over the coming months at least, and you will need to come to the hospital a few times to drain the cavity to prevent the blood from building up pressure. That sounds awful. Since excessive stress could be fatal, I've written you a prescription for prazosin to help you with your nightmares. Please read the instructions and medicate accordingly. Try to get a lot of rest, and I will see you next week. That's a pretty horrifying situation to be in. So, yeah, the things we were talking about, the things we were imagining with that car crash, I have a feeling will have a lot to do with what was happening and what was being foreshadowed. So,
I forgot to hit send.
Yeah, there's that message that we were talking about with Jesse. Jesse the Grimoire. So this is, I guess, where we work. I believe it's a bookstore. From what I could tell, little bits and pieces around the desk. Hi, Jesse. Since you probably forgot, here's me reminding you that I've got the doctor's appointment tomorrow, i.e. I'm not coming in to work. This means you need to make sure you're actually on time to open up the store, and please unpack the boxes behind the counter. They're starting to become a workplace hazard. Also, books tend to sell much better if they're put on shelves where people are actually able to see them. Yeah, good point. Good luck. You'll need it, Simon. All right, let's send that off. And, yeah.
Better late than never.
Better late than never, indeed. All right, so that tells you a little bit about the character's relationship with that fellow. I guess our work associate. Oh, we bumped into the trash can here. And it looks like there's all sorts of little notes and things around. What is this? Little doodles, it looks like. Maybe it was on... Oh, it's the doctor's appointment. Right, okay. Get well soon, love, Mom. And in case you couldn't read the writing there, I actually appreciate when games do that in general. You shouldn't necessarily expect everyone to be able to read everyone's writing. Some people have very ornate handwriting, and that's fine. But being able to make that a little bit more accessible is always good. So I should let you know right now, we're probably going to spend a good bit of this episode looking around the apartment, because that's just kind of how I do things. If there's physics-powered objects, I will certainly be playing with them, and... well, in my sound test and things, I was actually spending quite a bit of time practicing tossing things around, and I was tossing mugs into the toilet and things, and, well, I was trying to get a basket there, but that didn't quite work out. We've got a few more little images here to look at. Looks like feet in the sand. No date, there's no information on these. Sometimes people used to write things on there, but I guess not so much anymore. The Grimoire presents Robin McConnell, meet and greet book signing, 11th of January in 2015. Okay, so we know this is current day-ish, fairly close anyway, within the year anyway, and we've got a prescription that it looks like we never took to be filled. So, do I not have my medicine? Or is this something else? Oh, maybe this is just for the... Yeah, that's just for the liquid, the tracer fluid. Okay, I wasn't reading that carefully at first. And who is this? Oh, that's maybe the lady we were just talking about right here, Robin McConnell. Maybe that's me and her? Or maybe that's my associate and her? I'm not sure yet. And looks like a pretty beach shoreline area. Nice. Alright, get a little bit of the local flavor. Checked out our desk. It looks like we've gotten all those notes sorted. Looks lovely. There's some nice things happening, actually, in here when we're talking about interactions with things. Everything has a very distinct feel to it. Every material has its own sort of reverberations. When I drop that cup on the floor, it actually feels like it has a good degree of weight. And the spoon that was in it also had its own sense of weight to it. Although it doesn't break when you toss it, which, I guess for the sake of me being a silly dude, that's probably a good idea. I can't make that basket. I should probably give up. It's got a big old honkin' DSLR camera. That is maybe one of the largest cameras I've ever seen. I have to believe this is probably quite old. right? It's, well, I guess it doesn't have to be old, but it's just very bulky. It looks like a flash drive there. I would want this to be able to be plugged in, but I don't know if they would allow me such access. Yeah, I can't really get close enough to do something like that. Imagine, that would be a cool secret, actually, discovering that you could find some extra info by plugging in a flash drive in your apartment. A cup of coffee. Not really sure what we're indicating here. Is your love of coffee and photography? Yeah, I guess these are just some pictures that I've taken that I'm sort of proud of. So you got a bit of a creative bent. Someone who's interested in writing, someone who's interested in expressing themselves in unorthodox, well, not that unorthodox, but slightly different ways than some. What is this award-looking thing here? Ah, I broke it. It's very heavy, and I can't really reset it back to a standing position, so we're just going to have to take it as it is. Can I get, like, a zoom in? I wanted to read the bottom of this placard here, but can't really get it close enough. Maybe just put it on the edge of the desk. Oh, well. Alright, well, we're going to start a fire, it looks like, so. Yeah, we've got some sweet sunglasses in here. Comb. Whatever this blue thing is, which I can't really get a good look at. Looks like maybe a, I don't know, pocket knife, or maybe some sort of a manicure kit. Could be. What is this? Lighter, maybe? Hooked. By Robin McConnell. Okay, so he clearly seems to have a bit of an interest in some of the macabre, perhaps, and also this lady. Mark and Diana Miller has finally caught a break. That's the wrong grammar. Have finally caught a break. They've managed to save up enough money to take the family on that vacation to Hawaii they've been talking about for so long. But as the sun sets over Waikiki Beach that first day, Mark and Diana's paradise turns into a nightmare as swimmers are caught in thousands of thin strings stretching from somewhere below the waves. Solely swimmers are pulled screaming into the dark water. Desperate to get out of harm's way, their 7-year-old son Charlie is caught by the vicious tendrils. Suspenseful, mystical, and absolutely terrifying. Hooked will pull you in. So it looks like a fairly short book, too. It's got a pretty horrifying cover, too, but alright. Point taken. So that's the kind of thing that he's reading while he's also trying to recover from this brain injury and having nightmares. That doesn't seem like the best idea to me, but, you know, I can't tell this guy how to live his life. What are we, maybe we could cook something up in the microwave here? No? No, maybe not. Check some of the cupboards. Got a series of glasses. Nothing out of the ordinary at all. Check in the oven. Nothing going on in there. Doesn't look like we're going to manipulate any of the knobs or dials. So we've got our cutlery. Good. Yeah, I'm grading you on your home preparedness. If you have guests over, you gotta make sure everything's okay. And there's the plumbing. Cool. What do we have in here?
Fast food. Should buy something healthier on my way home.
It's actually remarkably well stocked for just fast food. Got a pizza box, some old drink. Really have very little in the way of drinks. It looks like a massive vat of ranch dressing, but I'm gonna assume it's either juice or milk. Kind of soups, I guess. A noodle buffet, and I don't know what that is, curry or something on the side. The paste? I don't know what the paste is. And what are these? Individual, oh, Mexicana. They're like, it's like one slice of pizza or something? I wanted to believe it was a burrito, but let's see if we can get the basket over here. Go for the jump shot. Ah, so close. Alright, good enough. Oh, we got some milk up on top here. This needs to get thrown out, man. That's dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Okay, we've checked all those out. Let's see what's up over here. We've got sort of like, it's just like a computer, but I'm gonna guess it's probably like a cable box. We got Massive Recoil, the hit DVD. John Hugh is a corrupt cop working in Hong Kong. One day his life is turned upside down as he meets Amber, a mysterious foreigner who is kept prisoner by the Golden Dragon Triad. Get ready to go rogue, for it's time to go against the Triad, the police, and the supernatural forces of the underground. Get ready for Massive Recoil. Alright, I'm ready. We've also got Mapping Minds by Albert Isaacson. Widely praised as one of the most comprehensive yet accessible texts. There's like a little wisp floating down from the side of my viewpoint there. About the anatomy of the human brain, its function, and our perception of consciousness. Find out how your brain is dependent on its body, why the brain is simply not a computer, and a multitude of other interesting facts that will make your head spin. Well, that's probably not what it should do at all. This edition also includes 2 new chapters about the development of the brain and how it affects our behavior in different stages of our lives. Alright. So he's studying his brain as others are studying his brain. Quick look in here. Yeah, graphically, some really nice stuff going on here. Look at the long shadow being pulled out and the different refractions coming off of these tiles, as well as the difference in texture between the slippery to this more granular texture, and then, of course, the more dulled pipes. And then even another texture here with the presumably porcelain toilet. And then this this wild shader that, of course, seems to show up in a lot of windows. I think we have a light over here, right? Yeah. Gonna take a shower before we
I
go?
don't want to keep the doctor waiting. I'll shower when I get back.
Alright, evidently not. A bit of an oppressive-looking shower, I have to say. The decor of this place is rather, I don't know, kind of creepy in a way. Like, everything is just kind of unfinished looking, at least in the bathroom. And, like, he's got these waste baskets that, like, this tin metal kind of texture seems to remind me a bit of the floor here. So I wonder if he gets preoccupied in a world of horror that maybe he's going to have his mind kind of turn to this sort of thing. It looks like a giant thimble, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, I don't know why we're putting the dude's trash can into the shower, but... There we go. Ah, it doesn't flush. Well, you can't blame him for trying. I'll be honest, I actually did that before. What is this? Cinema Variety, Summer Blockbusters, Japanimation, Bigger Than Ever. This is old? I don't think anybody's called it Japanimation in a good while. Massive Recoil 2, Flawless Execution, in theaters December 13th. So I guess he's really like a big fan of this Massive Recoil series for whatever reason. I don't know what this is. Looks kind of like a pencil case, I guess.
There it is.
Ah, that's the fluid we were looking for before. Downtown accident kills young woman, Toronto. Yesterday, a driver distracted by her children ran a red light, causing her to blindside a car in the intersection of Bloor Street in Spadina Road. The mother and her children traveling in a robust SUV were left bruised but largely unharmed. The other party was less lucky. As the car crashed into the passenger side, Ashley Hall, 23, sustained devastating damages and suffocated from blood trapped in her lungs before the ambulance arrived. Her friend and driver, Simone Jarrett, that's me, survived, but with complicated results believed to leave him with permanent brain damage. Driver of the SUV, whose name has been released by police, claims accident practically unavoidable. Alright, so... Right, I guess that was the lady in the dream that we saw earlier. I guess significant other, but I'm not entirely sure. And then how does this factor in with the author that we were talking about earlier? What's her name again? Robin McConnell, right? I don't know why I can't seem to remember her name for very long, and this was all just closed in there. Alright, let's grab this. Do I drink this now? Yeah, let's drink it up. I'll look out the window while we drink it in case anybody wants to be creepy.
It feels like milk, but the taste, it's like sucking on a penny.
Nasty. Thank you for narrating that for us. And was there a third drawer? There is. Looks like more camera lenses. Actually got a surprising amount. These are quite expensive generally. We've got a very large one, a smaller one, another larger one, and another smaller one. Maybe these are actually just the same lenses duplicated. But, yeah, makes for good drawer filler, right? There we go. All in all, a very well-decorated and intricate apartment. Enough here to actually keep you busy looking around for quite a while, but I think we've kind of run our course seeing most of what there is to see. Can Can I pick up... Oh, I can pick up and move this chair around. That seems largely unnecessary. Can I throw it? Make an absolute wreck of the place. Oh, wow. That is a stable freaking light. Make a chair stack. That actually looks like a quite comfy office chair. There we go. I discovered one thing about the game engine for this. If you grab a lot of physics-enabled objects like this guy and like all the stuff on the desk and all that, and if you put it all together in one position, it seems to cause massive frame drops. It just really doesn't like recalculating the physics of things over and over and over again. Anyway, I guess we will put on our shoes awkwardly, or we'll just not do that. Goodbye. And we'll grab this. Simone Jarrett letters that I should probably be reading. Grab my car keys. Oh, cloth physics. Look at that, give it a little whirl. Also should probably hide the pillow in case someone comes and tries to steal it. Will it actually fit in one of these? I'm sorry, I can't help but play whenever there's physics-enabled objects. I love pillows and things when they do this kind of thing. You know, all floppy and weird. Alright. We're good. Let's get out of here.
Nothing works anymore, I tell you. Conservative my ass.
Alright, we've got a pretty downtrodden-looking rail system here. Appears to be, either blood or feces in the chair to my left. Oh, it's Jesse. What does he have to say?
Hey, Simon, I got your email.
Oh, it's Simon.
Just wanted to wish
Sorry.
you good luck and let you know I got you covered.
Thanks. I should be able to come to the store after this scan.
Don't sweat it. I got Matt and Chris help me out.
Maddie from SNL?
Guess you didn't hear? He's coming in full time, working the comics section.
That's Ashley's job.
Yeah, well, I know.
Forget it. Not doing her any favors by leaving an empty spot. Not like she's coming back.
Well, good luck. Hope they find a way to reverse the whole, dying thing.
Dying thing? You're the worst support ever.
What should I say?
I'll see you later, Jesse. Don't burn the place down while I'm gone.
Over and out, buddy.
Honestly, he seems to be in remarkably good spirits, considering.
Find me in a phone booth.
I wouldn't have expected to be in that good condition or having conversations that are, that congenial, given that state. Oh, goody, we get to walk around
Hello?
another building?
Dr. Munchie?
Alright, what?
Where is everyone? I thought this place would be busy.
What kind of doctor's office is this? This is not ready for me to be in yet. You need to, like, finish building it before you start bringing in patients. Are we going up there? Or is that where the alien comes out of? I don't know. At least the lights seem to work mostly. Should I just log onto their computer? Oh. Scan now. Paul, where are you? We've got a few hours. I got hold of Simon Jarrett. Let's do this. I saw your laptop in the reception. Are you already here? Call me ASAP. Hi, Paul. Talked to Pace about using the lab this week. I managed to book the scanner for tomorrow morning and again on Friday. Who just walks into a doctor's office? Well, I guess it's kind of a weird situation. Then just gets on their computer and starts reading their personal emails. That's weird. It's not a lot, but they said we could use the empty reception area as a kind of office. It would allow us to use their computers to run models, and also if a time slot opens up, we can get in there and use the scanner rig right away. I thought we could run some tests tomorrow. We could do a scan of each other to learn the equipment. It's supposed to be pretty easy on Friday. I'm hoping Dr. Erin Peak will send somebody over. She has a patient that was recently in a car crash. Should be interesting, David. Should be interesting. We're locked out. I found some extra time in the lab today. Unfortunately, nobody told us about the code change, so I called security, talked to Professor Wei. to have him vouch for our project, and finally got a hold of some honcho over at Pace's legal department that could re-grant us permission to use the lab. I'm not allowed to repeat the code in mails or texts, but I'll leave a note or something in case we forget. Okay. Weird. All pretty weird. I'm not going to read their documents, but snooping on their computer is fine. And some of the lamps work, some of them don't.
This is the place, right? It must be.
Oh, hello.
Let's just call Machi real
How did I
quick.
get how did I get a picture of him? Have we
His
met?
phone turned off.
Oh, maybe we have.
That's okay. I can figure this out.
Alright, how am I going to figure this out? I need to find the code. So there must be a note since I read that email. See, I'm detail-oriented. I'm following all the right information here. It's got to be in one of these drawers. See, I've learned by snooping around my own apartment, I know what things I can interact with and what things I cannot. Hello? Put the scalpel away, the brain can heal itself. This is not going to have a code in it. How about here? Yeah, here we go. Alright, what do we have here? Is that a code? I can't really tell. Translate. That looks pretty sketchy. 2501? No. Page 56. Tweak for right length. These are just notes. Yeah, I don't think this is it. Must have missed something. Well, let me interact with those. Let me get the chair out of the way. Maybe I need to get closer. Something like wedged up behind that computer over there, and also this cord seems to be through the floor. It's not where I was expecting. You really gonna make me, like, hack into this freaking doctor's office?
Can't give up yet.
Why? This is not a good situation. Well, that was the only thing that even remotely looked like a note. And you can't leave it in here. Can I get into other elements of their computer system? No. Doesn't seem that way. Check their answering machine. Nothing in the trash can. I'll just try 2501 and see if that's it. It's the only thing that looks remotely like a code, so. Alright. Press and hold shift while moving to run. Why would I broke into their office and now I'm gonna run through their hallways. Is this me? No. I'm in need of first aid. I'm in need of someone to administer it, anyway. Oh, look, glaciers. Oh, I remember this. Used to look at that a lot when I played Burnout. Ooh. Oh, okay. No, wait, I don't want to be seen yet. I want to go in here first. Do a little bit more snooping and be creepy about the whole thing. Very Alien Isolation look about this place. Ooh, that had some weight to it. Yeah. I'm a jerk. This is how you treat me? I have brain damage, you know what? Freaking throw a screwdriver at your computer monitors. Look at those scans. You're just leaving out freaking needles? Yeah, I'm doing computer work. I'm just a doctor here. Nothing much worth seeing, it looks like. What is that? Like a hard drive or something? Alright, I'm gonna guess all the stuff in here is not useful to me. Just set dressing. Yeah, you know, where they usually put light switches. Don't look there. Wow, that is an elaborate setup. I need to get one of those for my Twitch setup. Although, not sure why those F keys are so boldly emblazoned there. The nervous system. Alright. Point taken. I don't know what exactly was the point of showing me that. There wasn't anything in there. Yo!
Oh, hi. Didn't hear you come in. Simon Jarrett, right?
Dr. Munchie?
Well, it's just Mr. Munchie, but I'm working on it. Actually, you're helping me right now.
Is this part of your
Excuse
thesis
me?
work?
Yeah, it's a study I'm doing with my colleague Paul Berg. We hope to design a gentle way to work with brain reconstruction to help people like you. Oh, did you take the tracer fluid?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Great. Well, we can start whenever you're ready.
I don't super trust this sketchy operation here. I'll chalk it up to me being in a car accident recently that I'm overwhelmingly able to trust people. Because I would be pretty skeptical about this situation. Yeah, pretty skeptical.
Please, have a seat.
Yeah, whenever I'm ready. You just said that, thank you.
So, what exactly are we doing?
We're going to do a scan of your brain. Then we build a computer model of it and bombard it with stimuli. The program will help us to quickly iterate your treatment plan until it's fully optimized. In short, develop the perfect treatment for your condition.
So it's not just a study, this will actually help me.
Well, I should hope so. Otherwise, this would be a huge waste of time.
Oh, I thought you were still figuring it out, man. Alright, I don't want to waste your time in this weird office building. Let's go sit in the chair. Forgot to mention, this thing just drills you out your brain entirely, and you'll be left a dead husk of a man.
All right, let me just get this out of the way. You are Simon Jarrett, correct?
Right.
Toronto, Canada, David Munchie. Born 1988, July 16.
Right.
Flat neurograph, version 6. Good. All files in order.
Well, this hurt.
It's just a scan. It'll hurt about as much as getting your picture taken.
Indians thought cameras would steal their souls.
Is that so? Well, let's hope they're wrong. Ready? Say cheese.
That's the part where it steals your soul.
What happened?
Hello? Mr. Munchie? Did something go wrong?
No, this seems pretty normal. Everything
This
that I
isn't
remember
funny.
about this room seemed like that, yeah. Alright.
I'm not supposed to put myself in... This is kind of stressing me out. Hey! Anyone?
Yeah, no, they're all dead now. That's what you get for getting your brain, having a picture taken of it. It's not even like the same chair I sat down into before, so... I'm gonna assume that he pulled my consciousness out with me. I worry a little bit when I speculate because I have a pretty decent chance of being right here, but I wonder if he pulled my consciousness out of my mind with me, and now I am in the computer model that will now be bombarded with stimuli to find the correct course of treatment. Yeah, pretty interesting looking dudes on the wall over here. Very Matrix meets Bioshock, System Shock, all the shocks. You know. What's this? Service console, Omni tool chip installer. Oh, I love Omni tool chip installers. This is where we get our job chip, right? Injected into our hand. Build, shape, and optimize your Omni tool with fully customized tools and assistance. Gotta have an Omni tool. Yep, no, we're good. Okay. Toolbox. Yes, got it. Doors. Let's... No? Let's open those. Yep, this is definitely different.
How did I get here?
Oh, look at that depth of field effect that just changed. What is that I'm looking at right there? That is odd. I'm not even sure what sort of material that's supposed to be. Is that organic? I don't know. Let's take the fire extinguisher with me. I'm sure it'll come in handy. Stand clear. Okay, well... Got it. I had a feeling that's what we were going for, but I wasn't 100% on that. So we're learning how to jump and interact with things. Okay. Amnesia-like way of interacting with that door. It was bolted shut. In a pretty severe-looking way, my goodness. Now, I don't know, whoever set that up really didn't consider this part of the whole geometry here, because we have the tools to escape of this glass. Alright, never mind. Let's not think too hard. Okay, we've got vent shafts, check. Foreboding, dank-looking corridors, check. We've got chains and locks, check. We've got colored lighting from underneath grates. Prognosis. We have stumbled into Doom 3. That very well may be it. Oh, is this one of those self-standing air conditioners I've heard all about? Everybody keeps telling me to buy one of these things. They don't exist, unfortunately. In the future, you will no longer urinate. The urine will excrete you. Alright. Oh. It's a very tactile sound. So, some sort of oil, coolant, something to do with that. Doesn't seem to be getting any larger, but it's alright. Should maybe avoid that. Is this munch print? Yes, I would like a munch print, please. Let's make one of those. I'd like one of those, and let's finish it off with one of those. So we should get a nice brown munch print out of this. Oh. Alright. I'm assuming this is just like K-Cups in the year 2100. Okay, I don't like that thing anymore. Ink ribbons, wait! I need to save! Alright, where's the typewriter at? Okay, we do still drink coffee. Ooh, shiny. Sometimes the floor is very dirty, other times very shiny. And that right there is the cutoff point. Alright, let's go exploring a bit. There's a good room. I think this should become a character in the game. It's the graceful dancing pneumatolock. Beautiful. I know it's a pneumatic lock, but... Oh. Hello. Oh, creatures. Robotic friends. It's making my eyes do a weird thing. Yo. See what I did to your buddy? You gonna take that? Okay, there's like... barnacles growing on everything? That's probably a good idea. Lock myself in with those. Pathos to Upsilon. I think this guy's got a very rich imagination. Oh, I touched it. What did it do? You gonna wake up?
Can you talk? Can you talk like the others?
Yeah. Think so.
Why are you like this?
How did I do that?
Did I do what? Oh, I closed that before. Something's different now. Oh, that was there. Now that is not there. You want me to Q and E to lean, huh? Alright, I can do a little bit of leaning. I could lean. I've leaned a bit in my day. Lean around. Lean around. Alright, well, I've leaned so far that I'm completely out the door, so I'm basically good to go now. Is this where it went? Clearly, there's giant marks where it pushed its way through. Alright, that's a lot of factory stuff all in one place. I have to believe that we're in some kind of factory. That's kind of what I'm getting the impression of right now. Can we interact with any of this? Nope, we can't. So, very frequently... What is this? Moving while crouching. You want me to not be seen, evidently. Very frequently, I run into this issue when I'm playing horror games. There's just so very many things that look interactable, and like 1% of them ever are. I don't know what I'm hiding from right now. I'm sure I will find it as soon as I walk in the wrong position here. Why would you kill the power right now? I was in the middle of something. Do I not want to go that way, then? Making quite a racket behind that door. You done? Alright, let's go in there. Alright, I'm gonna bring this for protection. And where'd you go? Up? That is kind of pretty, I'll be honest. Oh. What happened over here? Is that the remnants of a human being? Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't realize that that's what we were looking at there. I thought I just heard a voice for a second. Dead end? Yeah, that is not a door that I can interact with. Let me take one of these helmets with me. Boop. Actually, I'm pretty sure I could probably use that to, like, make distracting sounds. I saw the way it sparked on the ground, so I feel like that might be an indication of that. Alright, you go down there. I'll eventually trip over you and make loud sounds. It's just how it goes. Ah!
Shit!
Why did that need to happen? This is a very appropriately disorienting area, I have to say. Swipe Omni tool. I don't have that yet. You telling me we've got Metroidvania keys and locks going on here? That's exactly what you're telling me. Okay, well, we've clearly got a key and a lock to this situation. I actually don't know where I am anymore in reference to where I started. But I think I've just gotten myself turned about a little bit. Yeah, none of these doors don't... They're all not doing much right now. You really want me to just run backward? Have we really reached a dead end already? I mean, I wanted to follow the path of disruption and destruction here, but... Seems like it came to an end so soon. Oh yeah, this is a bathroom. It's a lot harder to see where you're going in the dark, clearly. And that's the other side of that. Okay, so yeah, I must have just needed to not turn around there. Well, that's a bad start for me, considering we haven't even gone anywhere yet. And I've already lost the trail. Nothing in here, right? A button to press. It's weird how it told me to duck, but like nothing was there for me to duck from. Classic fan shadows. Oh, freaking Omni tool. I look over there. I was distracted by the shiny lights. Completely disregard what's on this desk. That's so me. Omni tool is an advanced interface for accessing, managing, and controlling computerized systems. The onboard intelligence includes an open set of behaviors and protocols to enable the user to automate routine actions through basic logical charts. Over time, the Omni tool will automatically adapt its programs to cover subconscious behavior to optimize work and minimize user error. The Omni tool has a short-range signal, useful for basic or automated actions such as opening doors while performing complex operations. The Omni tool should be physically connected to a workstation or terminal. I want to say there was like a run-on in that last sentence. Maybe I misread it. To upgrade your device, simply slide operators into the main or auxiliary slot. The main slot has a standard C11-21 connector, which allows the user to fit most market Cortex chips into the Omni tool. Note that introducing an additional AI will override the onboard intelligence. The auxiliary slot is a multi-connector fitting a large range of tool chip models, including, but not limited to, A1 113-398B. Well, you get the idea. I don't need to read those. Okay. So... inventories. Do I need to use a thing right here? Yeah, those are not things I need. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so now that I've picked up the thing, the key mechanism, I shall expect that I have tripped the tag that will now cause things to come after me. Or at the very least, do a big spooky splash, which is what I call when they break through a door, like make a big explosion sound, and right on freaking time. Actually, wasn't the place I needed to use the multi-tool, like, more over here anyway? On the other side of this chain link fence? Or maybe that's just telling me that the big daddy's coming in. Are you posing threats to me? I'm not aware. Alright. Are you plugs? You want me to be scared of plugs? I'm sure you do, to be honest. There we go. Swipe it. Excuse me? Don't give me that crap. No. Don't do it. Alright, it's clearly not gonna work, but... Alright, so I've got to go find a chip. I guess. I don't think this was available for walking a moment ago, actually. I think they made that open up dynamically just for me. Now, I know this is probably not the right way to go. Does this loop back? It does. They've opened things. Oh, I guess because the big bad came through. He must have knocked some of those doors away. Little by little, the maze is rearranged. And, what do we do with this door? It is large and heavy, and not movable. Oh, this is just like a weird cash register built into this wall for some reason. I guess, well, you never know when you need to do some diagnostic work in the middle of a spaceship, right? I'm just gonna presume we're on some kind of spaceship. Yeah, what is actually going on with this? Where am I supposed to be going right now? Where would I find a chip, though? I don't really remember noticing anywhere else, like, that there was just some stuff I could interact with. Maybe that second room that I walked into? Want to loop back around here. Yeah, not the place I originated from, but this one over here, maybe? Oh, this is not the same one. The one that had the two robot dudes sitting inside of the wall, and then the one of them got up and walked away for some reason because he wanted to be creepy about the whole thing. Here we go. Sorry if I'm taking a moment here to catch on to where this wants me to be.
Service console Upsilon 3.
I'm generally not super good with, like, generic-looking sci-fi hallways, but I'm sure this will open up to different areas eventually. System status, Omni tool inventory. Yeah, I want this. Unlock toolbox, manage tool chip. Welcome back, Luis Miron. Upsilon, your Omni tool's perfect condition, but not fitted with a tool chip. Note that without tool chip, your FST kit will be unavailable, including your cross-site security access. Continue using your designated privileges. Please insert a tool chip and run an update. Alright, let's get a tool chip in there. Let's unlock the toolbox. Yeah, we don't need that yet. Oh, I wanted to hit the X in the top corner there. This is not how this goes. Okay. Unlock toolbox. Tool chip, tool chip. Are you a tool chip?
Tool chip found.
Yeah. This is surprisingly specific in ways that I would not have expected. Update it. Oh, I love updating firmware. I do this all day in my real life, and now I get to do it in this game too.
Tool chip security cipher.
Alright.
Updated.
That's good news. I'm gonna go back. We're gonna grab this. And now we can decipher things, I guess. What about the chair? Should I have looked at this before? This seems like a thing I should have known about. You want me to construct a network? No. Yeah, I've got no pilot. What if I am the pilot? Pilot report 01053. Carl Semkin. Support Amy Azaro. Vehicle Tugger. Task replace heat shields. Southern flu. Result success. Production restored. Notes. Semkin reported uncharacteristic levels of nausea after the mission. Diagnostics show a spike of electromagnetism surrounding the pilot helmet, which is believed to be the cause of Semkin's symptoms. No indication to what created this anomaly. Attention, the pilot system has become increasingly unreliable. Everyone who's been using it in the last couple of months has been having headaches and spells of nausea. Last week, Gavin was knocked out for 30 hours when trying to detect a helper cluster, of course. Freaking helper cluster is always a problem. This is not acceptable. We will figure this out, but for the time being, I'm shutting down the usage of the pilot system. This means you will have to do some more heavy lifting, performing the operation through programming or physical labor. No one is happy about this, so don't bother complaining. Jane Adams, Chief Factor. Okay, so what I'm assuming is going on with this, again, take this with a grain of salt, I don't know. My speculation is that there were people sitting in these chairs, and they were using sort of like avatars, aka these hulking computer boxes that are running around causing problems for everyone, or for me specifically, because I haven't met anyone else here that's alive. So, they stopped using them, maybe consciousnesses got uploaded into them, or something to that effect, and now they're running rampant. You know, the old rampant AI. Okay, now we've got our Omni tool ready to go. That means we should be able to head over here and pop this door open. Swipe it. Yeah. Now we're cooking with oil. Alright, where am I? Oh. This is different than I expected. Alright, we seem to be underwater. That makes a little more sense with some of this. Oh, the old data buffer is available.
place. Oh, come on. Come on. We've worked here for years. You're not even gonna miss it a little bit?
A power plant full of psychotic machines.
Alright, he'll find a way to cope. I hope I didn't just cut that off by walking away before it was done. Like, nothing happened, everything still looks the same, all silence alike. What is going on with this picture? Looks like a shark that sprouted tentacles, and also there's like some upset Binding of Isaac character to the right. Interesting. Alright, somebody's definitely been doing some sketching around here. That looks like a vortex. Kind of ancient abyss opened up. Maybe Cthulhu lives here, who knows? More pudgy fish. And yet more pudgy fish. I guess they're just observing whatever they see out the window, right? Does it still say data buffer available? I bet it does. I don't feel like such a jerk if I just, like, cut off what it was trying to say a little early. Alright. Sorry, I'll wait through this more carefully now.
I guess so.
Plenty of opportunity to go stand on the fishes back at Theta.
I'm gonna miss this place.
Wish I could see better.
Come on. We've worked here for years. You're not even gonna miss it a little bit?
A power plant full of
I thought it would just keep walking or letting it play while I was walking.
That's cold, man. It's not Upsilon's fault it got swarmed.
whatever. Seal that thing and get back to camp already.
Roger that.
Alright. Wait, is there just more? Or is it just gonna keep playing the same thing? I might get over there and look around. Well, before I head into the next zone, I think I should wrap up for today. We certainly got a swath of different experiences as we started our journey and ended up here of all places. It's gonna be interesting. I have nary a good clue as to what exactly was going on yet. I have speculations as I've gone over, but I think all in all, we're just gonna have to press on and see what develops, because it's a little bit early to really say so far. We haven't seen the Spookmaster yet, really. I mean, we've seen some of his work, decapitated body and such, but he hasn't gone after us yet, so we'll watch for that. And I hope you enjoyed our introductory episode of Soma. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video. It helps out quite a bit, and it's always good to start a series off with good momentum. Hopefully I'll see you back for the next one. I should be doing these daily, hopefully, unless something gets in the way. So I'll see you back for that, and I hope you have a lovely night. Talk to y'all later.